sunset glimpse of New Orleans, Louisiana, the city that care forgot. Live from New Orleans, 2K Sports proudly brings you NBA basketball from the home of the Pelicans. Looking at Sacramento, they want to turn it around after the loss to Phoenix at U.S. Airways Center.
Yeah, and you look at the stat sheet from that night. I mean, the turnovers were just glaring. No way you're going to give up the ball as many times as they did and still win.
Well, not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense and force even more turnovers on the other side. That's the only way you're really going to be able to counteract giving the ball to the opponents that you're in.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for Sacramento, Landry and Cousins patrol the paint. Allison runs the point. Listowski's at the 2. And it's Williams at the 3 spot.
So the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable. Tyreke Evans is an athletic slashing guard. He's really gifted at getting to the rim. But I think his outside shot, the inconsistency of his outside shot has held him back a bit. Ironically, he's a pretty good free throw shooter, but still lacks that touch from mid-range on field goal attempts.
New Orleans with the ball. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
Yeah, they really had their number in that game. Big margin of victory for them. They got there by really including their bench. The depth became a major factor. They just wore them down.
Now here's Collison. Following the shot by Drew Holiday. Cousins with a screen on Holiday. Here's Stauskas. 9-point game his last outing. Lock at 6. Baseline jumper. Collison, good. What Steve just talked about regarding how much they spread their scoring around was probably the most striking thing about that big win.
And the fact that they did have such a huge lead allowed them to even use their bench a little more than normal, and that was something that served them well.
Now here's Collison. Following the shot by Drew Holiday. And Cousins gets it to go.
Yes,
here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
So it's Sacramento following the score by New Orleans. Williams a screen on Holiday. Collison kicks to Stauskas. Pass to Landry. Rebounded by Patton. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. The turnaround jumper. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Boomer's got his first points of the night.
Good job there, Kevin, getting himself a little space on the inside.
Here's Cousins. Here's Williams. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Evans off the pick from Patton. Evans outside. Here is Boomer. He's guarded by Cousins. Boomer the pass to Anderson, and he gets the bucket.
Terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the hip.
That's how you do it, the bump and the bucket.
Ryan Anderson, one of the sweetest shooting big men in the league. Deep range with that quick release. Tell you what, at his height, he doesn't need much daylight to get it off.
Now here's Collison. He's coming off a 16-point game against Phoenix. Cousins, no one around him. Cousins missing again.
Easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. They grab their own miss. Anderson can't get it to go. For Sacramento, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. The drive by Collison. Landry with a screen for Collison to the left wing. Here's Stauskas. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Cousins with another miss.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Boomer the pass to Anderson.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
New Orleans shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Good work. Good work.
Oh, yeah, man.
Omer Asher, he's checked. 2 shots.
Wake up, son. You're in.
Oh, it's time to ball.
Looking at the last game for the New Orleans Pelicans, it was a win against Houston.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And Davis can't get it to go.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
Here's Sessions. Shot no good. Sunday, March 29th, Nikola Pekovic and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Contested game as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
And the defense has been key in building this lead. They've really clamped down hard.
They've done a nice job, Steve. I think challenging every shot, a hand up on every shot.
On the court right now for the Kings, Jarek Williams is out there with Evans. Then there's Thompson. Then there's Ramon Sessions. And it's McCallum in at the 2. 4 on the shot clock. It's good. This game is all even. McCallum's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Kings. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Boomer in their last matchup against the Rockets had a huge game. He ended with 31 points, and there weren't too many shots that didn't fall for him. Really efficient night from the field. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified, Clark.
Well, I know this opponent should be terrified because there's a good chance the momentum he gathered that night carries right over into this game.
Well, some of it will carry over. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of how much.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Evans, he's checked in for Salmons. Gordon comes in for Jimmer Fredette, and it's Holiday in for Austin Rivers. Collison kicks to Cousins. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. A chance here now for a three-point play.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
Last season, the Kings inking DeMarcus Cousins to a big 4-year contract extension. He rewarded him with the best season of his young NBA career, setting career highs pretty much across the board.
Purely from a size standpoint, that is a mismatch that's going to be hard to overcome defensively.
Offensive rebound, Landry. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Anderson, he's checked in for Davis. Gordon off a pick from Pat. Evans kicks to Gordon. Back to Evans. And he gets the bucket. Evans has got the game tied up here for the Pelicans.
You know, in the past with Cousins, I think he had tended to fall in love with the perimeter jump shot. And he's got a good one. He can make it. But, you know, when you look at his size and strength, it's hard not to think that he should be taking advantage of that closer to the rim and putting more pressure on defenses as a result. I think last season he did commit to attacking inside the paint, and we saw the results. They were pretty good.
Holiday dishes to Evans. Back to Holiday. Holiday left side. That is good. It's pretty clear that DeMarcus Cousins has solidified his place as the Kings franchise centerpiece.
Yeah, the future's bright. In last season, he was contender for the most improved player and the All-Star game. Continue to produce and help the Kings become a winner. Then the accolade.
Let's go. You're in.
Hey.
We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And here's Sessions. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
And no question, you look at his assist totals, I mean, they tell you what a nice job he was doing with really spreading that ball around on that illegal screen.
He didn't look set to me, Steve. I thought that was a good call.
Here's Rivers. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Fredette. No good. Second quarter ends in a tight one.
Yes, guys, I'm here with Anthony.
Okay, guys, we got a few minutes here. Let's go over a few things before we get going again.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a quick. Sacramento leading by 3. Evans and Anderson, the forwards. Backcourt, Holiday and Gordon. And Patton in at the 5, down low. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Collison kicks to Stauskas. Shot clock at 6. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Boomer's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The 10-footer. Good on the shot. Boomers got the first points of the second half up on the board for New Orleans. And for Sacramento, their shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Cousins, the pass to Collison. Here's Stauskas. Dishes it to Williams. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Holiday with the block, but he recovers it. Offensive rebound. No good from Cousins.
Starting to get restless here. 0 for 4 to start the second half. That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
Evans passes to Patton. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. 8 points for Boomer.
Well executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done. Carl Landry parlayed a strong season with the Warriors in 2013 into a 4-year deal with the Sacramento Kings. He missed the first half of the season with a hip injury, but when healthy, he's instant offense.
Great assist there. Led him to the perfect spot.
Pelicans trail by 3. Holiday the pass to Patton. Tries from 10. There's the bucket. Good. Boomers got 10 points in the game.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Cousins with a screen on Holiday. Shot from 12. A second chance effort, and Landry lays it up and in. He's got 8.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys. That would be 4 in a row for them now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Collison kicks to Cousins. Williams against Evans. Williams dishes to Cousins. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the Kings lead by 3. The Pelicans have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. On the wing, Evans. He's guarded by Williams, and it's Evans missing.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass, but it hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
But you feel like it's going to reward this team at some point. They've got to continue to maintain the energy.
Nobody near Williams. The Pelicans pull it in. Boomer's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Anderson. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. So for the Pelicans, Ashik comes in for Anderson, and it's Selman's in for Drew Holiday. Sacramento also making some changes. Thompson comes in for Carl Landry, and Sessions subbed in for Stauskas. Thompson, and it's wide right, hits off the rim.
Great close out there, forcing the errant shot.
Well, he made it a tough shot again. He didn't give up on it, and he got a hand up. Well, I don't think you're going to miss too many like those.
Sacramento's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
The Kings, one of the youngest teams in the league. They're trying to build through the draft, but with mixed results over the last couple of seasons. Marcus Cousins, the only player who's truly distinguished himself as a significant building block.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Evans passes to Patton, and the shot is good. Boomer's got 8 points here in this quarter.
It hasn't happened as quickly as he would have liked, but he's finally putting some points on the board in this game.
And the Kings, Clark, over the last 5 years, drafting in that 5 to 7 range. They took Cousins, traded down, remember, for Jimmer Fredette,
Yep.
and then Thomas Robinson out of Kansas, another Jayhawk in 0-13.
Nice shooting.
His rookie season, aside from Cousins.
1:19 left to play in the third. Rivers kicks to Fredette. Feeds it to Selmans. The pass to Rivers. The dish to Fredette. 5 on the clock. And that misses. That would have put him up.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
Boomer, he's checked in for New Orleans. It's time to bring up the rookie leaderboard with the list of the top rebounders in the NBA since the All-Star break. And you look at Boomer, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game.
You know, he's looked less and less like a rookie since the break, and that's really reflected in his rebounding numbers.
You know, in terms of the physical aspect of the NBA, guys, that's where rookies can have the hardest time adjusting typically. But that adjustment period for him was a quick one.
Sessions against Rivers. There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. Here is Boomer. He's covered by Johnson. That drops. 14 points for Boomer.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
Thompson sets the pick for Sessions. Off the screen. Rebounded by Patton. Boomer's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Kings lead by 1. From New Orleans, back in a moment.
Next Wednesday, April 1st, Eric Gordon and the New Orleans Pelicans take on Carlos Boozer and the...
And Steve, we've got a moment here to go to our State Farm assist of the game, coming on some very clever point guard play.
Well, he mans that position for a reason, Kevin, because he passes the ball so well, sets up his teammates beautifully, really gets this offense into a nice rhythm.
Delivering the pass important, but putting the pass in the right place for a shooter.
Question.
The Pelicans trail. On the floor for Sacramento. They've got Stauskas. Carl Landry is out there with Thompson. Then it's Ray McCallum. And it's Sessions in at the point guard position. Offensive rebound. Count it, and the foul. They get Jason Thompson.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
They've been the aggressors, and they've been tougher in the paint all game.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
New Orleans making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Sacramento. Derek Williams comes in for Ray McCallum.
Well, an illegal screen is one of the toughest calls for the official to make.
You know, I agree with you. You've got to have some sympathy for the referees when they have to make calls like that, but they get paid well, and they're the best in the business, so they can handle it.
Here's Holiday. Davis with a screen on Sessions. Holiday goes in. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Pelicans lead by 4. Sessions with it. Cousins with a screen on Holiday. Cousins dishes to Sessions. Shot clock at 6. Knocked away. Stolen by Holiday. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. That one's good. Now it's a 6-point New Orleans lead.
Shaky defense down low again. It's been a mismatch in the paint.
I'm sure they didn't go into this one expecting to get battered like they have inside.
Looking to end the run. Oh, that's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Evans, he's checked in for Davis. Darren Collison, he's checked in for the Kings. Now here's Cousins. Tight defense on him. 6 on the shot clock. Collison against Holiday. Can't hit from the elbow. Pelicans leading by 6. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah. Steve, you like groove, don't you?
I do. I love groove, Kevin, and I love the attack mode this team is in, too. I mean, they're really getting into the paint. They're getting whatever they want offensively.
And it's Gordon penetrating. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Well played right there, and you can feel the momentum changing.
I think this lead will continue to move upward unless something unforeseen happens.
Collison kicks to Cousins. Fades back. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got 4 assists now tonight. Evans outside. Pass to Patton. Back to Evans. And stolen by Williams. Inside to Length. Rejected by Patton. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Shot left block, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Collison, the pass to Stauskas. Back to Collison. Fires from deep. Good.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Come out on top in this game. We'll keep you waiting. The Pelicans. I think we know.
New Orleans leading by 5. Here's Holiday. Shot is blocked. And now the Kings fast break. Gordon against Collison. Passes to Cousins. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Now it's just a 3-point New Orleans lead.
Well, they need those points, and he's the guy to go to right now.
He will be if the defense stays the same. He's got way too much height for that scheme to work.
Here's Patton. He trains the turnaround jump shot. Boomer's got 17 points here in the second half.
And they're making a statement here, guys, going inside for 8 of their last 10 points.
Time to man up on defense. Runs to the rim.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Mike Malone as he addressed his team. He is not happy with their perimeter defense, saying, guys, way too many open shots for them beyond the 3-point line. We've got to press up closer and try to crowd them off the arc. Guys, we'll see if they got the message.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Stauskas. He dishes it to Cousins. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Cousins has got 20.
What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Evans goes in. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside Collison. Williams sends a screen for Collison. Here's Cousins, rejected by Patton. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
I don't think you can say enough about the quarter he's had. Every one of his attempts has gone down.
.114 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Collison kicks to Cousins. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Cousins has got 8 here in the quarter.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
What a stellar outing in this one for Anderson. 9 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, and that's something that's important for him and his team. Getting a few extra points, knocking those free throws down, and helping your team any way you can.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Boy, he looked confident, didn't he? Stepping to the foul line and knocking down a couple.
Kings have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. To the wing on the left. Stauskas kicks to Landry. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Holiday with it. Picked up by Collison. Holiday dishes to Evans. Back to Holiday. There's the pass to Pat. He feeds it to Evans. Taken away by Williams.
Not much time to work with. They need a basket here.
Yep, they've got to get a steal or foul to stop the clock.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. Collison against Holiday. Collison, the pass to Cousins. Stolen by Anderson. And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. 15 foul.
It's the first. That makes it a 7-point lead. So it's both teams making substitutions here. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Here's McCallum. He kicks it to Casper. The feed to McLemore from past the arc. Can't get it to go. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Well, it's time to say so long.
Don't you ever knock?
You knew I was coming.
Yeah, but that don't mean I want you prancing up in here without knocking.
You won't be complaining when you hear what I have to tell you.
What's up?
Your NBA stock is what's up. I heard rumors. Teams are already freeing up cap space, getting ready to make serious offers. I got GMs and scouts I couldn't talk to in a million years reaching out to me. When off-season comes, we're just going to be backing trucks up to the bank.
Yeah, that's all good.
Just one thing, just please, 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 be careful out there. Don't get hurt or roll an ankle or tear an ACL. God forbid it. We'd just be back to where we started.
Not those 3 letters, man. Never, never say that. It's like some voodoo stuff. Please, man, we never talk about injuries, man.
I'm so sorry. You just take care of your stuff on the court. I'll take care of business on my end. If everything goes right, we'll all be getting paid, okay?
All right, man, I'm gonna take care of my stuff on the court. No more talk about that stuff, though, man.
Hey, that's my meal ticket.